Good day, Kavibal, and welcome to our Speakers Demo Reel webinar series. For the demo teaching today, the topic will be on Ma'am, Sir, your lit piece is so lit. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. We will be posting the Zoom link in the comment section before our demo teaching, and our first 5 participants to join the Zoom meeting will be allowed to have close interaction with the speaker during the session and have an open forum after the demo teaching. The first 5 participants will serve as the students for the speaker's demo reel.
Do you enjoy learning with Vibal? Make your experience even more exciting by becoming a Vibal Group fan. Exclusive perks await fan subscribers. Get access to exclusive webinars. Enjoy free teaching resources. Check out exclusive content. Get discounts on Vibal products. All of these for only 55 pesos a month. Exciting, right? Subscribe as a fan now. Here's how. Visit, click, follow. First, visit Vibal Group's Facebook page. Then click Become a Supporter to purchase a monthly subscription. Lastly, follow the prompts that appear on your screen. But don't confuse this for top fan. Nuh-uh, it's a different thing. You need to follow the easy steps. Visit, click, follow. Be a Vibal Group fan and enjoy exciting perks today.
Good day, Kavibal, and welcome to our Speakers Demo Reel webinar series. For the discussion today, the topic will be on Ma'am Sir, your lit piece is so lit. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. Make sure you are registered to the webinar to have your e-certificate of participation. Visit certificate.vibalgroup.com to generate your proof of attendance. Place your questions in the comment box allotted during the session and they will be addressed by our speaker later on. Share the video using hashtag LearnAs1PH as our official hashtag to our Vibal webinars. Experience learning, Kavibal? And now, to proceed with our webinar this afternoon, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our distinguished speaker today. Mr. Ricky John M. Ronido is currently teaching at Longos National High School handling English and Filipino subjects, and also serving as focal person for Schools Action Research. Currently, he is taking his Master of Arts in Education, major in English at the National Teachers College. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Mr. Ricky John Ronido.
Hello, good afternoon po, Bibal, and also to everyone here in Zoom app, spearheaded by Ma'am Jillian. So how I wish to name drop everybody here pero di ko kayo makita and may iba na hindi pa nagpapalit ng pangalan. But nevertheless, I would like to say good afternoon as well to our kabibal who are watching right now via YouTube live stream. And also, I would like to say good afternoon to my school community, Longos National High School. Ngayon po ay nasa laboratory po kami namin. And also to my beloved division, and that is the division of Malabon. First, I'd like to extend my sincerest gratitude to Bibal and as well as to Ma'am Jillian for providing me again this opportunity to be part of your program. Truly, your initiative, your purpose of providing us free webinars really help us to grow professionally, holistically rather, even amid of this pandemic. Also, would like to say thank you na rin in advance sa lahat ng mga pumasok po sa ating Zoom app na magiging kabahagi ng aking pakitang turo. So maraming salamat na po kagad sa inyo po aktibong partisipasyon. So before I begin my demo teaching, I'd like to share first some of the information regarding the practice that I had in my literature classes, both in elementary and junior high school level. So for this year kasi I'm already handling Filipino na. So therefore, I'll just be looking back on the strategies that I have, particularly the strategy that I'll be sharing today. First, I know for a fact that there's a lot of teachers out there who are into writing. Basically, they could be in academic writing for theses, research papers, or even in journalistic writing, such as writing news, feature, editorial, and so on, and even in literary writing. But what I am pointing out, or what will I be emphasizing this afternoon, is the way on how we utilize our own literary pieces as a source of human experience or even can be used as an instrument in our instruction. That's why I intentionally entitled this seminar with Mom, Sir, your lit piece is so lit. So when we listen to the last part or the last word so lit, it sounds like a wordplay of the word sulit, which means worth it. But in today's generation, lit also means as exciting. So that's why I'm proud to say, mga mom at sir, your literary piece that you have written is so lit. So allow me to share my screen na po for me to discuss further my practice. So to begin, I would like to emphasize the idea of centering teacher-made literary pieces as rich source of significant human experience. What do I mean about this? There are times wherein in my instruction, I am not just only using the suggested literary pieces in the curriculum, but I am also using either the self-written ones or even some literary pieces coming from my colleagues. And I put it in my instruction. For one certain reason, it's either for a purpose of further instruction or just for the students realize that even our literary pieces has rich source of significant human experience. So what are the requirements for this one? So first requirement in CTMLP is that you need to have a collection of teacher-made literary pieces. What do I mean about this? Here, I am not just only emphasizing the self-written ones that you yourself have written, but also the works of your colleagues. Just imagine if there is a culture within our faculty that you will be using the literary pieces or the collections of literary pieces coming from your colleagues. It's really a good community. Why? Try to imagine that you will be incorporating their work, such as a collection of poems, such as their collection of short stories, essay, or graphic literatures. The next one, a teacher has to identify the strengths and weaknesses of his or her students aligned to the competencies. What do I mean about this? Basically, PMLP only addresses certain skills compare or in comparison to the suggested literary materials in the curriculum, which have a broader scope or even can be expanded. So I as a teacher, I often make sure that I already identified the strengths to be developed more or even the weaknesses that need to be addressed. And the third one is you need to have the purpose. So what we have right here in our PowerPoint presentation is the purpose of practice, a purpose as an intervention, a purpose as a supplementary material. So in this case, you haven't seen the idea of main piece or making your literary pieces as a main piece. Basically, we have to abide in the curriculum. Whatever suggested literary materials in the curriculum, we have to follow on that one. However, if you think that there's a need for you to use another material which has a purpose of to practice your students or will be serving as an intervention material or supplementary material, then that's the right time that CTMLP comes in the instruction. So possible yung mga module writers sa mga bawat division ay nakaka-relate dito dahil aside from the main material to be presented in our module, yung iba sa atin ay gumagamit pa ng mga panitikan mula sa ating mga colleague or even the ones that we have written. The next one is the idea of localization and contextualization as the centerpiece for in-depth appreciation of significant human experience. This is the ideal of teaching literature, how a teacher will localize and contextualize the significant human experience present in the text to the experiences present to your students. Dito, there are a lot of teachers who have a hard time contextualizing and localizing a suggested piece. But with the use of TMLP, you can be able to contextualize it and localize it for one certain reason. You already know the different angles of your reading material, and also you could be able to execute the localization and contextualization easily. And the last part is, of course, the sharing of teacher lenses or teacher's literary lens or lenses to or among their students. I firmly believe that there's only one word that makes us different from the writers. Established writers over teacher writers, and that is the word established. But when it comes to the purpose of making your students realize, believe, and feel the beauty of life present in the text, or even the darker and brighter side of life present in the text, or even the meaning of happiness, or the meaning of happiness and pain present within the text, then you're just the same. So what I'm pointing out right here, in TMLP, you could be able to share your first-hand experience, your first-hand lens, your first-hand views, your first-hand perspective in all the primary themes that could be present to a certain literary piece that could be used to teach your students. So malay din naman natin, di ba? The TMLP will be the gateway or will be the pathway para sabihin na your students have this influential writers, the established ones, and including you yourself as a teacher writer. So before we begin in our demo teaching, that is the introduction of the CTMLP practice. So before we have our demo teaching, please do allow me, all the participants that we have in Zoom, to name our class as grade 8 religious. So I repeat, grade 8 religious. And then Ma'am Jillian, you will be the one to act as our class president. So what is your primary duty right here? Of course, to double check your classmates if they are still with us and also to assist me during the discussion. Is that okay po ba, Ma'am Jillian?
Sure po, sir.
Okay, thank you po, ma'am. So before we begin as well, let's assume that I already executed the preliminary activities in a usual face-to-face or online class, such as, of course, the checking of attendance, double checking how your classmates or how your students are, and so on and so forth. Okay. Let's now begin. Grade 8 religious, you see in our PowerPoint presentation, a penguin performing the Happy Weekend dance. If we will translate or if we will connect it in our real life, it's like a representation of our feelings, of our emotion, every time that we are about to end the long and tiring week. So today is Friday. I know some of you still have a hangover of what you did yesterday because we celebrated. What is the holiday yesterday, Ma'am Jillian?
EDSA Day, sir.
Okay. So with that, thank you, Ma'am Jillian. But you also see an emoticon in the PowerPoint presentation thinking this question. Every time that we have a weekend, that is a representation of how happy we are that another week is about to end or another weekdays is about to end. But there are also other instances that we have this attitude of exchanging words with our peers of saying happy weekend. The question right here is that what is a happy weekend or best weekend to a student like you? Okay, I repeat, I just want to know what is a happy weekend or a best weekend to a student like you. Provide us your version of best weekend. How will you say that you have your best weekend, or when you will say that you have your best weekend within your family? Okay, who would like to answer? Can we have Credo? What is the best weekend for you?
Okay. Good afternoon. For me, do you hear me, sir?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. The best weekend for me is to to rest myself, and I know I can do whatever I want, and
Okay.
I can uh you know I cannot think about works or everything that connection about my learnings or connection about my work that time, so rest for me is for myself only, not for anything that connected on my work.
Okay. Thank you for your answer. So you are more on with a total rest day. How
Yes.
about you, Christine Montemayor? What is the best weekend for you as a student, or even the best weekend you have in your family? Christine Montemayor.
Hello po.
Okay.
For me, it is also to rest as a student. I spend my weekdays answering my modules. Yet I also want to bond with my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. And Samira Aguilar, you can unmute yourself. I think. Okay. So let's just proceed on the next one. Samira. Okay.
Day, tambal day.
Okay, let's just proceed on this part. So all of your answers that you have given me are all, I do appreciate all of those. However, I just want to double check if all of your answers are also present in this reading material written by yours truly. So since we've been doing read aloud in our literature class for almost 2 quarters, so I know for sure that you are already aware of our drill. So what is our drill? I'll be selecting someone to read each slide. But Okay, I'll be selecting someone to read each slide. So the first one who will be reading is that you are assigned to read this one, and then afterwards you will be selecting someone to read the next one, and then same process until we reach the end of this PowerPoint present, until we reach the end of this reading material. Once you see item or once you see line number 20, meaning that is the end of our reading material. Can I suggest Mom Jillian to be the first one in doing the read aloud session? Then afterwards, Mom Jillian, you can select someone coming from our class to continue the reading.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Sunday's Best by Ricky John M. Ranido. Waking up on a Sunday morning makes Juan Santos feel excited, giggling, and energetic. The golden old songs like Two Less Lonely People, Sayang na Sayang, Que Sera Sera, Whatever Will Be, and other songs playing in the radio, plus the early karaoke sessions of their neighbor really makes him feel the truly golden and blessed Sunday.
Very good, Jillian. You can select another student or classmate to
I
continue
want
our reading.
I want Joseph to read the next part.
Yes, Joseph.
Yes. Hello, good afternoon. Um, Number three, Sunday's best. His excitement becomes more intense whenever he opens his Orokan drawer closet. What to wear? Floral or plain? Tight jeans or pants? White night shoes or black vans? Questions on his mind. Sir, number three only, sir.
The entire slide, Joseph, until the
Okay.
last one, 7.
Okay, thank you, sir. One, one, his mother shouted. Make it faster. We must be there before 7:30. Bilisan mo na. Dapat nandun na tayo bago mag 7:30. Opo, ma. He replied.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. You may select another classmate of yours for the next slide.
Okay. Um, may I suggest Phoebe K?
Okay, Phoebe K, you may unmute yourself.
Hello, good afternoon. Number 8. While preparing, he imagines the things which will make him busy for the rest of the day. I am excited to visit my favorite place, San Bartolome Church, majestically standing still for more than 400 years now in the heart of Bayan Malabon. I really love to sing along with the soothing and angelic voices of the San Bartolome chorale. I really love to kiss my mama, papa, lolo, lola, ate, and kuya on the rosy cheeks while exchanging the words, peace be with you, and do mano to lolo and lola's wrinkled hands. I always feel blessed too whenever other churchgoers beautifully smile at me while saying the same words. Of course, I will not forget to look up on the well decorated altar and smile to Papa God. Uh, did you hear that, sir? Everyone?
Yes po.
Okay.
Select
Ma'am.
someone to continue our reading.
Okay.
The next
How
one.
about um, Samira Aguilar? Samira Aguilar? Okay. April Jan Manligues.
Hello.
Hello, Ma'am Jillian.
Hmm, what happened?
Hold on, teachers. I think our speaker is having connectivity issues po.
Hello po, Ma'am Jillian. Pasensya na po.
Yes po, it's alright po, sir. You can try resharing your screen po.
Okay. So we are on this slide. So may I request once again the person who is assigning this part, number 14.
I think we'll just have Ma'am Joresa. Can you read the slide po for Sir Ricky?
Okay, Ma'am Jillian, I think it would be much better if you'll be the one to
Okay, I'll
continue.
just read it po, sir.
Okay, thank you.
How will I describe our Sunday? Well, as lovely as the promised paradise of Papa God. Anak, let's go. Tara na. His mama yelled from the outside. Bunso, make it faster. Mama promised us a spicy and juicy-licious family bucket meal partnered with sweet orange juice for lunch, his ate said.
Okay, for the next one, still Ma'am Jillian.
Beep! Wait, he shouted while spraying his Cool Eats cologne. Beep! Another long beep. As fast as Flush, he goes downstairs because he knows for sure his father is already mad.
Okay, magnificent. Eight religious for granting my request of reading it aloud with all your emotions. So with that, let's help once again this emoticon in answering all the questions he has on his mind. So please do allow me to read all the questions first, then afterwards you will be saying your answers. Is that clear? Eight religious?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the first question, based on the text, what made Juan feel excited? So think. The next one, cite some of the things he imagined while he was preparing for his Sunday. Are these things still observable among the young ones nowadays? And explain. Then the last one, while reading the text, have you also visualized yourself in the same situation, preparing for Sunday and excited for Family Day? How do you think this happened? I repeat, we need to help this emoticon in answering all the questions he has on his mind. So who would like to answer the first one? Based on the text, what made one feel excited? So you may use the chat box if you're also struggling with internet connection, or you may also raise your hand by ticking the raise hand button. Just in case that there's a comment or there's a response via comment section, Mom Jillian, you can read it for us. Can we have an answer coming from Credo?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon. Based on the
Okay.
text, what made Juan feel excited?
What I've read, no, what I've seen on the presentation, feel excited because he together with his family, they're going to church
Okay.
and they have a family banding on Sunday.
Okay, very good. How about on the next one? Cite some of the things that you still remember that Juan Santos imagined while he was preparing for his Sunday. Are these things still observable among the young ones nowadays? And explain your side. Can we have an answer coming from Yvonne, Saisel Munday or Monday? I don't know. How should I pronounce her name? I think.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Yvonne.
I'm sorry. I wasn't able to read the text.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
actually late.
Okay. It's all right.
I'm
How
sorry.
about you, Christine Montemayor? Christine? Okay. Let's go with our president, Mom Jillian. Cite some of the things you still remember that Juan Santos imagined while he was preparing for Sunday.
He imagined that he will be kissing his family members' rosy cheeks and that he will mano to his grandmother's wrinkled wrist and
Okay.
hands.
Okay. Are these things still observable among the young ones nowadays?
I think so, sir, especially for those families who are still bonding together, especially on the weekends, or those that are still showing respect to their elders.
Okay, great explanation. How about the last one? While reading the text, have you also visualized yourself in the same situation, preparing for Sunday and excited for Family Day? How do you think this happens? Can I have another answer coming from Credo? Favorite student?
Uh, sir,
Okay. Fredo? The third
Okay.
one.
I really visualize myself on that, preferring on Sunday. Yes. And also for and this is happens because we as a Filipino, we have a culture of we are family oriented person. Then we love to bond with together with our family members.
So how do you think this happened? That the text and your experience are just the same?
Because because ito yung actually ito yung kultura natin o yung nakasanayan natin as a Filipino.
So you can easily mirror yourself on the
Yeah.
text. Okay. So all of your answers are all correct, and obviously we have helped this person in answering all the questions on his mind. And with that, he has something for us in return, and that is he will be touring us in the historical landmark stated on the text, which has been standing still for more than 400 years now. And what is this historical landmark? Yes, Jillian? This historical landmark, standing still for more than 400 years now. Class president, what is that?
I'm not really sure, sir, but I think it's a church in Quiapo or Intramuros.
So,
Can I answer, sir?
okay, you may answer.
So, San Bartolome Church.
Okay, very good. That is San Bartolome Church. So with that, this person or this emoticon will be touring us in he will be touring us in the historical landmark called San Bartolome Church, which has been standing still for more than 400 years now. But according to this tour guide, he wanted to us to do a certain task, and that is you have to list down all your observations in the historical landmark. So while we are on tour, you need to have a piece of paper with you and then just list down all your observations. Is that clear, eight religious? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Jillian, kindly double check your classmates if they do have or they are preparing for a single sheet of paper for their observations while I am fixing something for the virtual tour.
All right po, sir.
Okay, eight religious, welcome to the city of Malabon, one of the cities in the Camanaba area, Caloocan, Malabon, Nabotas, Valenzuela area. So as you can see in the satellite view of the Google map, San Bartolome Church is truly and indeed located in the heart of Bayan, Malabon. So this is the City Hall of Malabon. Then this is San Bartolome Church. San Bartolome Church has been considered as the oldest parish of the city and also the mother of all parishes in Malabon. For us to have a closer look of its interior and exterior view, we will visit this one. Okay, so this is the exterior view of the San Bartolome Church. So according to the tour guide, you have to list down the observations in the historical landmark. This is the front view. Then this is the other view. We have the Centennial Arc. And you also see the establishments outside San Bartolome Church. Then, this is the another part. So this is a 360 virtual tour of San Bartolome Church exterior view. And now, let's have the interior view. So this is how it looks like on the inside. The ceiling has a handmade painting of all the saints of Catholic Church. Then, you'll also see a chorale. Then, this is the altar. And that's it for our virtual tour. Once everything is okay, the tour guide would like to invite us to visit San Bartolome or even the entire city of Malabon. Jillian, kindly double check your classmates if they are finalizing their observation sheets. And please tell them na walang lalabas, walang lalayo sa lugar, walang magja-Jollibee, walang pupunta ng 7-Eleven because we are about to leave the place and go back in our online classroom. So that's it for our tour. Set aside for a while all your observation sheets, and we will review again that after this discussion. Okay, just a recap of what we had last meeting. Sensory images, we discussed it separately. So the definition of sensory images was defined separately. And the first one is that sensory images are relating to physical senses. Then images are also pertaining to pictures. If we combine these two, it means that sensory images are mental pictures created by words describing what we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And to have another example, we have here this list of example. So I want you to read this one, then afterwards tell me why do you think that that example is under that classification. So tell me your clue. Why do you think that this sentence example is under that classification? So who would like to read the first one? Can we have Jillian for the taste?
Taste. The familiar tang of his grandmother's cranberry sauce reminded him of his youth.
Okay, Jillian, what certain clues or certain clue you see in the sentence as why it is under taste?
I'm sorry, sir. Pardon po.
What certain word or what certain clue you have in this example, that's why it is under the classification of taste?
Tang. The word tang.
Okay, very good. How about the next one? Sound. Can we have again my favorite student, Credo?
Okay, good afternoon. The
Okay.
concert was so loud that her ears rang for days afterward.
Okay, same question. What clue you see in the sentence that made you that makes it under the classification of sound?
It's ears, sir.
Okay, and also what
Uh,
else? The words.
Loud.
Okay, very good. How about the site? Can we have Phoebe for this third example? Phoebe K.
The sunset was the most gorgeous they'd ever seen. The clouds were edged with pink and gold.
Okay, same question. Can you locate a certain clue? That's why it has been classified as undersight.
Because of the word ever seen, sir,
Okay, what else?
and the colors pink and gold.
Very good. How about the fourth example? Can we have perennial for the fourth one? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, can we proceed to Christine Montemayor?
After eating the curry, his breath reeked of garlic.
Okay, so can you give me can you provide the clue? That's why this sentence is under the classification of smell.
It's the thought that his breath reeked of garlic, sir.
Okay, very good. How about the last one? Let's go back to our class president. Touch. Read the sentence example and tell me the clue.
Sir, can I call on Mr. Joseph po?
Okay, Sir Joseph.
Hello. Touch. The
Mhm.
tree bark was rubbed against her skin.
Okay, so what's the clue in this part? That's why it is under the classification of touch.
Rubbed against her skin.
Okay, very good. So those are the examples that we have under sensory images. So I want you to go back on your observation sheet. So in your observation sheet, according to our tour guide, you need to list down some of your observations in the historical landmark. Then you have to classify these observations whether they are under sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. So can I ask for a certain observation coming from the class and then tell me its classification? Just two observations. Have you listed something, Credo?
Yes, sir. I have
Okay,
said.
what is that? What is your observation on the historical landmark? And tell me its classification.
The classification of site,
Okay, very good.
the San Bartolome Parish Church. We can see the structure of the buildings,
Mhm,
and this is the structure that really old and
mhm.
not there's no the same structures than today that we have a modern buildings that we have.
To be honest, Credo, that church has been restored or have undergone several renovations. So
Okay.
still, your observation is acceptable. Thank you for that one, Credo. How about another one? Can I ask for a volunteer, or if you have a hard time in reciting, you may even use the comment section for your answers. Another observation coming from the class.
Pwede po ako?
Okay.
Okay. The Santo, my observation, the site, we know San Bartolome built 400 years ago, and the buildings and the structures are still there and stand even 400 years past. San Bartolome remains the historical structure remained site.
Okay. Okay. Very good for that observation. Can we have another one? Can we have another one? Last example. Any
Sir,
volunteer? Okay.
I classify this in site po.
Okay.
I saw that the church is clean and obviously inalagaan kasi nga nag-undergo na siya ng renovation and
Mhm.
it is evident na huge po. So,
That is under classification of site.
po.
Okay, very good. All of your answers are all correct. Now let's have the next activity. So we will now go back on the text itself. So The instruction for deal with the text is that you need to identify the senses or the sense to which each statement from the text Sunday's best appeals to. So a while ago, we have undergone the virtual tour, and then also you also listed down your observation and classified those according to what physical sense it appeals. Now we will now go back on the story itself. Use the highlighted portion to determine what physical sense it appeals to. So who would like to answer number one? Just read first and then tell me your answer. Who would like to answer number one? No one?
Ako na lang po.
Okay, okay.
Okay, number one. The golden old the golden old songs like Too Less lon, Lonely People, Sayang na Sayang, Kesera Sera, Whatever Will Be, and other songs playing in the radio, plus the early karaoke sessions of their neighbor really makes him feel that the truly golden and blessed Sunday.
Okay. What is your answer for this one?
Sunday.
What
Sige.
physical sense it is? Is it
Ah,
sight, hearing, or
hearing.
what? Okay,
Hearing.
hearing. Very good. Why?
Because radio, karaoke, song, sayang-sayang is music.
Okay, very good. Thank you for your answer.
Thank you very much.
How about the next one? Who would like to answer? Read again
Me,
the sentence.
sir.
Okay.
What to wear? Floral or plain? Tight jeans or pants? White Nike shoes or black Vans? Questions on his mind. Sense of sight, sir.
Okay, very good. Why?
Because I think he's imagining what to wear by the designs of his outfit.
Okay, very good. How about the last one? Who would like to answer? Read the statement and then tell me your answer.
Sir,
Okay.
okay. Bunso, make it faster. Mama promised us a spicy and juicy delicious family pocket meal, partnered with sweet orange juice for lunch. His ate said.
Okay. In what
Sense,
classification? This is
sense of taste.
taste. Okay.
Okay, because they specify the spicy and juicy delicious meals and the sweet orange juice.
Okay, very good. So thank you for your participation, grade 8 religious. Now, before we end our discussion and our synchronous class, can I ask someone to please summarize all the things that we did for today? Can I ask our class President Jillian, to summarize all the things that we did for today? Or you may even state the things that you've learned in our class for today.
In today's class, we were able to read a story, and then we went on a virtual trip that is connected with the story, and we also discussed the sensory images that we can use in reading texts.
Okay, so what is your key takeaway? What have you learned in today's discussion, Jillian?
Using sensory images is very helpful in reading text because it helps the readers to visualize the story better.
Okay, very good, Jillian. And I hope the rest of your classmates are also have the same learning. So with that, I'll be leaving you with our task for asynchronous. So you just have to answer the question, and that is what is a weekend. But what you have to do is write a short narrative of your best weekend and integrate what you have learned in our synchronous discussion today. You may also refer to the additional reference material posted in our Google Classroom. So do you have any question for that one? In a task for asynchronous? How about in the discussion? Do we have any question?
None, sir.
Answer
Okay.
is okay. Thank you.
Okay. So with that, let the weekend begin. And thank you and goodbye, grade 8 religious.
Thank you and goodbye, sir.
Okay, Ma'am Jillian. So that's the end of my demo teaching and sharing of practice.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very interactive and insightful demo teaching session. Now we will proceed to the question and answer portion. Our teachers here in our Zoom meeting can ask their questions to Sir Ricky. You can turn your microphones on, or you may chat po your questions in our chat box. And our viewers from YouTube can also type in their questions po sa ating comment section. So if you have any queries or questions for Sir Ranido, kindly let us know po. Okay, sir. So we have a question from our YouTube viewer, Cynthia
Okay, ma'am.
Aguilar. Thank you very much, sir, for your ideas po. What if ang teachers po natin ay not into writing or hindi po sila nagsusulat ng own stories or text nila? What can you suggest po or what tips can you give?
So yun po yung ma'am yung nasa first requirement ko po. Thank you po sa tanong in the first place. I've mentioned that it's not just all about the self-written ones. You may even it's not just about the self-written ones. You may even ask your colleagues if they do have a collection of poems, short stories, essays, or graphic literatures. And then imagine na lang that even though that you are not a writer and then you are incorporating the work of others in your instruction, that would be a great landscape in teaching literature. So I repeat, what I can suggest is that you may ask your colleagues for to provide you literary materials that is aligned to your learning competencies that you would like to achieve or attain.
Thank you very much, sir. Again, we encourage our teachers here in the call. If you have questions for Sir Ranido, kindly chat in the chat box or turn your microphones on po. So I'll give you a
May,
few
ques-
minutes po.
may
Okay.
question ako kay sir.
Yes
Okay
po,
lang.
sir. Okay
Okay,
lang po.
good afternoon. Sir, sa topic natin about Sunday and day off, alam naman natin bilang empleyado or di ba nasa batas naman, 7 days a week, isang araw day off, di ba?
Mhm.
Pero ngayon nangyayari kasi sa atin, minsan may nag-overtime siguro para may extra kita. Yung
Mhm.
iba naman, katulad natin, katulad sa atin, pag government talaga, Saturday, Sunday, walang pasok. Kaya okay lang yun. Pero may iba namang company like private company na wala silang day off. May day off sila pero minsan nagdo-double time para yung kita nila hindi makapos. Ano yung pinaka suggestion nyo or anong suggestion nyo or yung pinaka advice nyo sa yung gusto na na kahit isang araw sa buong buhay natin maka-feel naman isang day off. Day off na sa atin lang ngayon.
Sir, first question ko po ay ito po ba ay may kinalaman po sa pagtuturo ng panitikan or literature or just my personal opinion about that kind of about that situation po?
For me, yung sa'yo na lang, sir. Kasi yung experience nyo na lang or yung parang greatest advice nyo na lang ganun.
Okay. So I would like to put it in a certain context. To be honest, my dear teachers in Zoom app, I used this piece during my class observation last school year. And I just have found out na may mga families pala ng mga estudyante ko na they are not experiencing the same weekend doon sa story na present ko sa kanila. And to be honest, nakakalungkot. Kasi kumbaga, in my case, since I was the author of that story, that's my persona. That is my personal view about weekend. But it just so happened that nowadays, hindi na pala, kahit anong pilit ko na ipasok yung ganung experience, hindi naman pala nag-exist. Hindi naman pala nag-exist doon sa experience ng bata. I think, doon na nagkaroon ng loophole, yung tinatawag ko na significant human experience. Now, if I will be answering the question regarding kung sa day off and etc., 'di ba, it's palagi naman sinasabi sa atin about time management. So like for example, pamilyado kang tao and then you would like to provide a certain day talaga to your family, you will of course have an extra effort for the another day and then leave a certain day for your family. So yun kasi nagiging strategy ko sa akin na kapag weekends, totally hindi ako nagtatrabaho, which has a connection with my duty as a teacher, but rather I would like to spend my weekends with my family kasi doon ako lumaki. So yun lang sa part na yun siguro.
Thank you very much, sir. Another question from our YouTube audience. So it's from Mark Sukal. How can teachers po that conduct modular learning create such lesson po or instruction?
Okay, so yon. Sa amin sa Division of Malaban, we are also practicing the modular distance learning. Now, papaano gagawin yung gano'n na may paggamit din ng virtual tour and etc. Pagsasama pa. Kumbaga, you can even screenshot the the satellite view of the place that you would like to incorporate and so on. Medyo maging creative lang sa pag-iisip. The same way on what I did in my class. Kumbaga, I just assume that this is an online class. That's why I did it on that way. But kung topic na ibigay sa akin ay through modular instruction, siguro I could provide you a certain sample for that one. So, para maging creative, din nga, we can utilize another means or ways. Like for example, nga, kagaya na sinabi ko, screenshot. Screenshot mo yung mapa ng city ninyo, yung gusto mong bigyan ng emphasis. Pero, syempre, alam naman natin na sa pagdating sa modular instruction, lalo na kung tayo nasa private, may limited pages na inaalat. And then at the same time, syempre yung formatting. So doon lang. Creativity ng teacher sa pag-iisip, plus at the same time, yung required format. Kung pasok ba tayo doon sa hinihingi ng institution natin or ng school natin.
Thank you very much, sir. That's all the questions we have for now. Any last reminders to our viewers for today po?
Okay, Ma'am Jillian, thank you po ulit for this opportunity of providing me a speakership program in Zoom and of course in Bibal. So personally, what I would like to share to all our viewers is that I would like to encourage everyone, most especially the bright, the brilliant, and intelligent teacher writers, to utilize your literary pieces and incorporate the work of your colleagues as a rich source for human experience and also as a rich source for practice, intervention, or supplementary material. Your writings po, most especially in this time of pandemic, is really important. It could be a great source of any of those that I've said. And do not just simply save your writings on your desktops or on your precious journals or notebooks, but instead, you need to have a drive that your literary lenses, you need to have a drive of sharing your literary lenses among your students. Kasi kagaya nga ng sinabi ko, who knows? Baka pag tinanong ang mga estudyante nyo in the near future, ang sasabihin nila, aside from the established writers that they know, there's also another writer that they would like to be, they would like to have, and that is you, teachers. So that's it. Again, thank you po, Ma'am Jillian, and also to Bibal, and also to all our teachers, teacher participants in the Zoom app.
There we have it. In behalf of Bibal Group Incorporated, I would like to thank our speaker for today for this very creative and insightful demo teaching session. It is an honor to have you with us today, sir. And to all our Kavival viewers, all thanks to you for your continuous patronage to our daily learning session. Special thanks to our teachers who participated as our students today. Miss VBK Dinauto, Sir Enoch Ryan Credo, Sir Joseph Odelon Ermitaño, Ma'am Christine Montemayor, Ma'am Liza May Foro, Ma'am Shaina May Gloria, and Ma'am Yvonne Cicel Monday. Again, may I remind our teachers here that please do not leave our Zoom meeting yet because you will be able to get a copy of the PowerPoint of Sir Ranito after. For our viewers in YouTube, don't forget to register to get your e-certificate of participation. The link is in the caption of this webinar. We also encourage you to subscribe and watch on our official Vival Facebook and YouTube channel.